Everyone in trading is after the perfect entry, the perfect execution, the perfect setup, the perfect way to wrap up a trade, guys. But is there such a thing as a perfect in the trading world? In this trading video, I'm going to show you what my definition for perfect is, and I will walk you through a real trading example of a perfect entry. Now, imagine if you could trade without feeling like discipline is your personal flaw. Imagine that you can actually trade modern algorithm-driven markets without feeling that you're losing your edge. You can trust your edge completely without feeling overwhelmed and without the need to be able to get every single move right or to have a very high win rate. Now, a lot of traders are trying to put themselves in those shoes, the shoes of the high win rate guy and the low risk to reward ratio guy. But is this really paying the bills, guys? The question here is, you should be very, very honest to yourselves and ask yourself the inconvenient question. And this inconvenient question is, has the strategy that I have been running so far been successful? And the other question you need to be asking yourself is, will this strategy be able to sustainably and consecutively give me profits day after day, month after month, year after year? If you have a positive answer to this question, then you probably need to stick to your system. If not, I would say just watch what this video is about next. Now, imagine for a moment you don't know where the markets will take you in the next moment. Or in other words, you don't know if this will be an up or a down move, guys, a bullish or a bearish move. At the same time, someone is pointing a gun to your head and you need to make a decision. In other words, you need to not only make a decision, but you need to hopefully make money and profits out of this trade. So what we will do? We will be taking the same exact approach you've been taking ever since. I don't think so. This made me thinking long time ago, what we will do in such a case and how can I actually protect myself first and then make profits before I start risking any house money. So what would you do, guys? And this is where it actually gets interesting. Let's pull out a drawing board and see exactly why I'm taking this approach and why you should be taking the same, if not very similar approach, guys. So if, let's say, we are convinced for whatever reason, and here this video is not about the trading strategy itself, it's about the risk management behind. We already have all of the reasons of thinking that this should be a long trade. So imagine you're taking a long trade here. So you're buying here at this point, okay? And next thing you do is you really want to protect yourself. So if in case you're wrong, you don't really want to lose more than $10 if this is your stop loss. So if this is your stop loss and this is the maximum you can lose, this will be $10. Stop loss equals $10. On the other side, if you're right, you really want to lock in some profits. But what most traders are doing, they're waiting for the price to move certain amount and then they're putting the stop loss to break even here. So this is their new stop loss. This, I can't emphasize how bad of a habit is it. So I don't really advise for doing that. What I would do instead, and what I'm doing instead, is I do use a limit order. So if this is a buy order, then I'll be using a sell limit order. And based on my system, this works really well. I'm taking 50% off when the price reaches this level here, or this will be my break-even point. After this point, if the price reverses and hits me, I won't lose anything because I have secured myself. First of all, I secured myself here, so I kind of limited my exposure to only $10 loss. The second place, I'm securing myself. And if a lot of traders are thinking, I want to make quick money, this is not what it is. This is a way to secure yourself by placing sell limit order or taking 50% manually at the break-even point. After this happens, you don't take any more chances, guys. So the price might go against you or it might go in your favor. And this is where the interesting part begins. So now, before I continue, I wanted to actually show you a real trading example, this time of a short trade where I did exactly this and protected myself before making any profits to start with. So let's have a look, guys. And this is where I'm going to be taking a short trade, guys. First thing I do is always make sure that my stop loss is set. And the second thing I do is I'm making sure that I can lock in a risk-free trade as quickly as possible. In other words, if the price hits my buy limit order, I will take half of the position. As you can see, my original entry is 900 and my buy limit is for 450. So let's wait and see where the price will go next. Okay, guys, you can see the price actually touched my limit order, but I wasn't executed at this point. So I'm going to wait and see maybe the next candle will actually execute me. And here we are, guys. I just got executed. This was literally 120 seconds after I entered into this trade. Now, what a lot of people will be doing is dragging the stop loss under to guarantee to lock some profits. This is the worst thing and the last thing you want to do. You just let your stop loss the way it is and you don't touch it until you get to your targets. More or less, we are at a 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio or slightly less than that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take profits here and call it a day, really. And of course, in order to make money, you need to risk money, guys, but you need to risk money smartly. So I hope the concept of this video is clear by now. First, we're using a stop loss order. Second, we're using a limit order or taking 50% manually of the trade as quickly as possible. In my case, by using my system, this happens in the first 30 to 90 seconds. In about 80 to 85% of the cases, I'm able to get into a risk-free trade within 30 to 90 seconds. So if you really want to have sustainable, consistent results, you need to be aiming for a strategy that gives you a way of how to protect yourself first, and only then have a way to double, triple or quadruple the amount of money you're making by risking a certain amount of money. So I hope this all makes sense, guys. If not, please post your comments and questions in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.